Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's Unseen video. This is a special episode of Unseen. We're just going to focus on the tragic passing of Hulk Hogan. And it is a tragic passing of Hulk Hogan because we are talking about one of wrestling's biggest ever stars, someone that competed all over the world and really helped take pro wrestling to a whole new level. Pro wrestling is a very niche interest, and Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, WWE in the 1980s managed to make it mainstream. They made it pop culture. They had Hogan on the front cover of magazines, had him on late night talk shows. He was everywhere, right? He was a massive celebrity, a celebrity that could live outside of the wrestling bubble. That's how big Hulkamania was. And really, those are the foundations that WWE and pro wrestling are built upon. So everything we enjoy now is only possible because of where we were in the 1980s. And so, you know, there is a lot of love. There are a lot of tributes. We're going to see a lot of those that we're kind of doing the rounds today. But it would be remiss of me, it would be wrong of me to ignore the fact that that relationship that people had with Hulk Hogan drastically changed over the last 10 years. We know about the comments that were made. We know the impact of those comments. And I think one of the best things I read today was from Nick Aldis, and we do have his tweet. He was saying that all the love, all the positivity, all the tributes, they were earned. They were earned by Hulk Hogan. They're deserved because of what he did in the business. But all the negativity was earned as well. And you can't really separate those two things. So it's kind of coming down to personal preference, how you want to choose to remember Hulk Hogan, what Hulk Hogan means to you. You have to sort of make your own mind up in regards to that. What we're going to do in this video is obviously focus on the positive. We're going to focus on the impact that this guy made on pro wrestling, the impact he made on WWE, and we're going to have a look at some of the great tributes and things that have kind of come throughout the day, and there's been lots of those, as you can imagine. So some of these we may have spoke about earlier in our kind of initial breaking news video. So WWE is saddened to learn that WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan has passed away. One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. That has been viewed over 9 million times. Charlotte Flair said, "When I nearly lost my dad 8 years ago, one of the few people who was there for all of it was Hulk Hogan. My heart breaks for Nick and Brooke. Rest in peace, brother." Dave Meltzer just saying Hulk Hogan died at 71 today. He is probably the most famous pro wrestler who ever lived, and more people paid to see him perform over the course of his career than any other person. Thanks for the memories. Here's Ric Flair, who said, "I'm absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend Hulk Hogan. Hulk has been by my side since we started in the wrestling business. An incredible athlete, talent, friend, and father. Our friendship has meant the world to me. He was always there for me, even when I didn't ask him to be. He was one of the first to visit me when I was in hospital with a 2% chance of living, and he prayed by my bedside. Hulk also lent me money when Reed was sick. Hulkster, no one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend." We've actually got a video of Ric Flair that we're going to have a look at as well, where he's very emotional, as you can understand. Titus said, "My condolences to the family of Hulk Hogan. As a legendary figure in professional wrestling, he helped shape the industry and inspired generations of fans and athletes. His impact in sports and entertainment will be remembered for years to come." And there's just an interview there. It goes for about 5 minutes where Titus is talking about the man, Terry, but also the character Hulk Hogan. And he's not shy about saying that there were differences in opinions between him and Terry, the man. But also, you know, he does a really good job of, I think, paying respect to Hulk Hogan, the character and the impact that that character had on professional wrestling. Basically, Titus is saying, without that, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I have had. So I thought that was quite classy from Titus O'Neil. Undertaker said the wrestling world has lost a true legend. His contributions to our business are immeasurable, and for that, I am appreciative. Thank you, Hulk Hogan. So there we go. We got Vince McMahon as well. Vince McMahon actually taking to social media 9 hours ago to post this. So Anthony Christopher, thank you. The world lost a treasure today. Hulk Hogan was the greatest WWE superstar of all time. Someone who was loved and admired around the world. He was a trailblazer, the first performer who transitioned from being a wrestling star into a global phenomenon. His grit and unbridled thirst for success were unparalleled, and it made him the consummate performer. He gave everything he had to the audience, whom he appreciated, respected, and loved. He leaves us with one of his favourite expressions: train, take your vitamins, and say your prayers. And today, we pray for him. An absolutely iconic image and moment and match. This being posted by John Cena. John Cena, I don't believe, posting any words, but actually posting this image. So, Christopher, thank you. WWE Ethan, thank you. Sergeant Slaughter said, saddened to hear about the passing of Hulk Hogan. I guess God needed an incredible angel. R.I.P., my friend. So that coming from Sergeant Slaughter. There was obviously negativity. I am aware that as I'm reading these tributes, some people will be, thinking that it's maybe too one-sided in its presentation. As I said, I'm choosing to just show you the reaction from his peers, from the wrestling world. And I think actually a lot of people that obviously are feeling that loss have obviously spoken out. And I think what we've seen a bit of today is those people that maybe don't have kind words to say have chosen to not say anything at all. That's not true of the fans, though. And as a result, Adam Pearce has actually had to kind of come out and say he's not interested in people using his platform to kind of vocalize their negative thoughts about Hulk Hogan. And so he's kind of come down and tried to shut those down. Just kind of making the point that today is just not the day, when there's so many people that are going to be mourning, so many people that are going to be sad and upset. So, Adam Pearce kind of taking a stand, if you will. Donald Trump has come out and said, we lost a great friend today. The Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, was MAGA all the way. Strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart. He gave an absolutely electric speech at the Republican National Convention. That was one of the highlights of the entire week. He entertained fans from all over the world, and the cultural impact he had was massive. To his wife, Sky, family, we give our warmest, best wishes and love. Hulk Hogan will be greatly missed, says Donald Trump. Michael Cole has been on TV as well, just kind of sharing some thoughts. Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan made sports entertainment. And it's so true. I mean, it really is so true that those two, 84, going into 85, going into WrestleMania, from there, those are the seeds. You can go back a little bit before that. I mean, to be honest, I think someone that deserves a lot of respect is Sylvester Stallone. And that might be a little bit weird to hear, but I think Hogan had been in WWF. Some people might not know this, but he'd been in WWF, and actually an opportunity came along for Sylvester Stallone to actually have a wrestler in one of the Rocky films. I believe it's Rocky 3. And Hogan wanted to do that film. The invitation was given to Hogan to be that person, and he wanted to do it. But Vince McMahon's dad, Vince Sr., did not want Hogan to do the film. He didn't think it was a good look for professional wrestling. And so he said, if you do that film, you're gone, you're out. Hogan had a choice, and he did the film, and he was gone from WWE. Some people might not know that. This was in the kind of late 70s going into the early 80s. So Hogan did the film. Film was an absolutely huge success, and it made Hogan a much bigger name. So, I mean, it did what Hogan thought it would do. It was the wrong call by Vince McMahon's dad, Vince Sr. And actually, the AWA gave Hogan a new home, and he was wrestling there. And that's kind of where Hulkamania was born. was actually in the AWA, and it's off the back of Rocky 3. As soon as Vince takes over from his dad, he knows that he needs a big attraction. He needs that kind of big face of the company. And there was only one person he wanted. He wanted to bring Hulk Hogan back. And he did. He sold the dream to Hogan. I want you to be my guy. We're going to take over the world. And so when Michael Cole said that Vince and Hulk made sports entertainment, there's certainly other people that can be credited. But there is an awful lot of truth in that as well. TNA tonight paid respect to Hulk Hogan. There was a tweet that came out saying tonight's episode of TNA is dedicated to the memory of Hulk Hogan. Stone Cold has come out and actually had a message. He said Hulk Hogan was born to be a professional wrestler, larger than life, charisma for days. He was in a stratosphere all on his own. His contributions are immense. His influence will be forever. Hulkamania lives on. My condolences to his family and loved ones. The Iron Sheik as well, who of course is no longer with us, but his official account just kind of posting this out saying, remember, no Hulk Hogan without Iron Sheik. No Iron Sheik without Hulk Hogan. More reaction coming from Madison Square Garden that's put this image outside of the garden this evening. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Of course, Hulk Hogan, main event in Madison Square Garden many, many times. Talking of Sylvester Stallone, there is an image from Rocky, I believe, and that is a picture that Sylvester Stallone has put up on social media. This I thought was excellent from Nick Aldis. So Nick Aldis said, the industry lost a man today that redefined what success could look like in pro wrestling. This post to acknowledge Hulk Hogan's contributions to the industry, which are difficult to put into adequate words. Terry Bollea made personal choices that earned him understandable criticism. But I'm not here to weigh in on that. As someone who has put food on the table from pro wrestling for 20 years, I believe it is necessary to take a moment to recognize the importance of Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania to our business. He pulled the wagon and brought a ton of people with him. He brought wrestling into the cable TV era. He changed the game for the way performers could monetize their talent. Put simply, he showed us what was possible. Also, he represents my childhood and millions of others that deserves recognition. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Sting as well, Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all. I can't thank you enough for all that you did for me and for wrestling fans all over the world. I loved you and I will miss you. My friend, Terry Bollea, R.I.P. Miz, actually, with quite a lengthy post, said, when I was a kid, I ate my vitamins and I said my prayers because Hulk Hogan told me to. He was someone I looked up to, a larger-than-life presence. I copied constantly growing up. The voice, the flexing, the charisma. He made you want to be bold and loud and confident. He made you believe you could be something. And years later, I had just come off Real World, trying to find my footing in WWE. I was backstage, nervous, not trying to step on toes, hoping to earn respect. And then Hulk Hogan called me over. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to talk to Hulk Hogan. And he goes, tell me about that reality show that you were on. We talked for 30 minutes about the real world, what it was like, what the experiences meant. And I walked away thinking, did that really just happen? A year later, Hogan Knows Best premiered, and I couldn't help but wonder if that conversation had anything to do with it. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but I'll never forget that moment. Every time I saw him after that, he was kind, he complimented me, he told me I was doing a great job, and coming from him, that meant everything. My thoughts are with his family, my friends, his friends, and everyone who loved him. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Thank you for the time, the words, and the impact, brother. You were larger than life, and somehow even bigger in person. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with a video, goes for about 2.5 minutes, just sharing thoughts, really, just talking about, kind of what it was like working with him. And he says, today the wrestling world has lost an icon, but Ted DiBiase has lost a very good friend. Dominic Mysterio sharing a photo with Hulk Hogan following Hogan's passing. A very young Dominic Mysterio there. As well as that, Christopher Lloyd, which is crazy because it wasn't until I actually saw this poster I remembered I actually went to the cinema to see this film when it came out. I was very, very young, but I went to the cinema. And so I went because Hulk Hogan was in the film, and my parents knew that I would, love to go and see this. I really enjoyed the film. I have not seen it in a long, long time. I might have to give it another watch. I don't think it's quite up there with Citizen Kane and Casablanca, but Christopher Lloyd saying, "Rest in peace, Hulk." Right, other reaction. Lots of superstars kind of coming out with their own messages. So we've got Jake the Snake saying it's hard to put into words what Terry Hulk Hogan Belair meant to professional wrestling and entertainment. He may be gone, but his memory and legacy will live forever. R.I.P. Hulkster. Charlotte Flair, we read, Brutus Beefcake said, through the good times and the bads, I always loved my brother Terry. I am devastated by the loss of my friend. I only wish we had time to mend our broken friendship before his passing. Until I see you, brother, in the big squared circle in the sky, I love you. I actually didn't know that there had been a breakdown in friendship between himself and Brutus. They were obviously very, very close back in the day, teaming together at WrestleMania 9. Shawn Michaels said, a legend, a larger-than-life presence. Hulk Hogan didn't just work in this business, he transformed it. Rest in peace, Hulkster. JBL Bradshaw says, one of the reasons I got into wrestling, Hulk was always so nice to me and was the one celebrity that wanted to see all the kids I brought over from Bermuda. R.I.P. legend. There will never be another. Hulkamania never dies. Kevin Nash said, I've lost another brother. Icon doesn't even touch it. Rest in power, my friend. NWO for life and beyond. And Kurt Angle said, R.I.P. Hulkster, thank you for opening up doors for so many people in the business, including myself. There would not be a Kurt Angle without the American-made Hulk Hogan. My heart and prayers go out to his family. We lost a real icon today. So Eric Bischoff says, thanks for the house, Hulkster. And I don't know about you, but one of the first people I thought of was Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was Hulkster's manager in real life. They were together not only in wrestling, but away from wrestling as well. So he posted these images and he said, what can you say when losing a best friend? First, the Hulk's family, I love you. I am here for you all. Hulkster, you always kept me close to you through everything. It was an honor. We traveled the world back and forth. Wherever we went, Hulkamania was alive, brother. The fans always came out, and we loved every minute of it. You made more people smile than I'll ever be able to count. Those are the memories I'll forever cherish. Thank you for a 4-decade ride. I will keep the megaphone going. Red and yellow will live on. Legends never die, baby. I love you, Terry. Hulkamania forever. Here's Ric Flair. We said we had a video of Rick. Rick obviously has been going through some serious health issues of his own. So here's Ric Flair.
Rick, first of all, I am so sorry. This must hit you profoundly.
More than you'll ever know. People always wanted to paint us as enemies, but we were actually very, very close friends. And we kept it up with each other on a regular basis. So I just talked to Jimmy Hart yesterday, and he was fine. To have this happen is just horrible.
How did you get the news? I'm so sorry, Rick. I am so sorry.
Oh, I've gotten it from everybody. My phone won't stop.
So there we go. A few memories, few thoughts from Ric Flair. Yeah, this was an interesting one from Linda. As Adam points out, what the hell is this graphic? This graphic is awful. So Linda said, I had the privilege of knowing and working with Hulk Hogan for over 40 years. Hulk was my dear friend and a member of our WWE family. His legacy in and out the ring will always be remembered. He was one of a kind. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, his friends, and all of his fans. I wish she had made a better graphic than this, to be honest. I can't imagine she tried to make that herself. Kevin Nash, of course, we just read his comments. And Brooke Hogan as well. I didn't realise they were so estranged. I didn't realise they didn't really speak, but apparently they did speak back in 2023. They haven't spoke since. She said that it was a really good, positive conversation. And I think all the word is that she was really pleased that that was the kind of positive tone that her kind of final communication was. It wasn't an argument or anything like this. It was a good phone conversation, but sadly, quite a long time ago at this stage. So there was a lot of challenges in his life and in his personal life, of course. I got like some facts and things here, and then we got a couple of fun bits that we can have a look at as well. So 33 million people watched Andre versus Hulk Hogan on the main event live on NBC. Still to this day, the most watched pro wrestling segment. So yeah, everyone tuned in. It was kind of like the rematch from WrestleMania 3, and 33 million people tuning in for that. Night is WWE said this was the last image ever of WWF. Next time that you would see the kind of WWF program, it would be WWE. So Hogan was the last WWF champion, but also the first WWE champion. It's really touching that is the last image of WWF. Then it became WWE, which means he was the last WWF champion, the first WWE champion. And of course, everyone sharing this kind of footage, this amazing footage of Andre down, Hogan hulking up, Andre getting up to his feet, Hogan going over, and the slam heard around the world. WrestleMania 3, just absolutely iconic. So let's go into some fun bits, shall we? A couple of fun bits in here. This is brilliant. This is from 90s WWE, but this is brilliant.
Road nose, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Well, let me tell you something, Hulkster. The first time I met you, I was only 3 years old, but now I'm 6 years old. So now we gotta take it to a bigger level, man. Just like when you put that no good stinky giant over your head and slammed them right through the table in front of 93,000 Hulkamaniacs. So what are they gonna do when the power of the Hulkster and the roaster and a dual 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
Dude. Oh, man. The shirt was ripped and everything then. Psh. Now, this is the type of content we love to see, says 90s WWE. Let's not forget as well that time that he made Logan Paul look stupid. Yeah? It's not all bad.
But you got to realize, bro, this is not a work, okay? This is a shoot.
What? Yeah.
And Vince pays you $1 million and he pays me $5 million. Yeah. Is that a work or a shoot?
I don't know. I don't think I know the terms.
Let him explain it.
Oh, you don't know the terms?
A shoot? What is shoot? I know a work. What is a shoot?
Come on, you're bullshitting me.
He's not. He's serious.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you.
Okay. Thank you.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
It's not.
You're embarrassing.
There we go. Works and shoots, and Logan not quite understanding them. That graphic, I still can't get over this graphic. I can't get over it. Here we've got, this comment. Hogan couldn't even put Ozzy over for 48 hours. So Ozzy passes away and Hogan's like, no, I'm not letting you have the limelight. And so he stole that limelight away. That got viewed by over 1 million people. And here we go. This is just a great thread. So Hulk Hogan and some of the lies that Hulk Hogan told throughout the years. Just a whole thread by Alan Cheap. Look at this. Look at this. This is all. Oh my God, mate. We're not reading all of these, but come on. So The Wrestler, the director of the film The Wrestler, apparently offered Hogan the lead role 3 times. Hogan said he turned it down because he didn't deserve it. That director has categorically denied Hogan was even ever considered for that role, right? Wasn't even considered. Hogan claimed that he was the one who first noticed Kevin Owens' potential. He said, I hate to brag about it, but I'm the first one to point the finger at Kevin Owens. This was after a decade of Kevin working on the indie scene, right? Hogan said he used to fight Pride fighters in the 70s, but Pride Fighting Championship was founded in 1997. It's just amazing, isn't it? Hogan told Undertaker that he had caused permanent damage in his neck by botching this tombstone. Undertaker believed him for the better part of 2 years, but then he saw a tape of the match, which clearly showed that Hogan's head came nowhere near the chair. So it's this moment here. So Undertaker tells the story as well of like when he does it, you can hear Hogan going, "Oh, you got me, brother. Oh, you got me." And Undertaker was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." But actually, if you pause it, you can see that Hogan's head doesn't actually touch that chair. According to Hogan, he met a very ill Make-A-Wish kid in England, and he got him a ticket to SummerSlam at Wembley to watch him wrestle in the main event. Hogan wasn't at SummerSlam. He wasn't in the UK at the time. I think a good place to kind of wrap this video up is with the community folder. We've had a few people kind of reaching out and sending in a few bits. So here, look, Ryan said, I just purchased this today. So Ryan going out and picking up a Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition figure, which is really nice, actually, with that. I think that's the Hogan 85 belt. Walter J, shout out to you, buds.
For the Hulkster of our childhood. Thanks for the memories, Hulk. And that body slam with Andre. Incredible.
Respect. And Jay Suggs said, this was my first wrestling shirt, R.I.P. So there we go. An old retro Hulk Hogan shirt. So there we go. A very sad day. I know not everyone is going to feel that way. I know that there are people out there that could not forgive Hogan, and it is understandable. As I said, I think one of the best things I saw was that kind of point that all the positivity was earned, and everything we've said in this video has been earned, but all the negativity has been earned as well. It's just, is today the day to kind of share that negativity? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I'm choosing to look on either the positive sides or the humorous sides, and I'm choosing to remember the impact that Hulk Hogan had on professional wrestling. So there we go. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it as always. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.